Hello, how are you? Welcome to Fludded. I wanted to do a little video about something I saw on the news. There was a live broadcast happening, and a protester popped into the background holding up placards which are protesting against Brexit. Now, you might be wondering, why is that happening? Well, that will happen forever. I don't think we'll ever see people moaning about Brexit. Good for them, go for it. But this was particularly happening today, I think, because today is the 31st of January, marking the third anniversary of Brexit being official. The 31st of January 2020 was when it was all official, and Britain was absolutely free. UK was free of the EU. 6 weeks later, incidentally, the first lockdown happened, and the pandemic had struck, and we were all like hitting our pots and pans on our doorsteps. That was the 23rd of March 2020, which was about 6 weeks later, and it kept going. And I think we can safely say that it's not sort of over until it's over. I know that when this is an article on Sky News from the September 22, so that's like 4 months ago, where they're just saying the end of the pandemic is in sight. I know that Channel 4 still have people like me. When I go out filming for them, I need to I need to wear a mask. I'm supposed to be in a bubble with somebody else, and when I meet strangers or new contributors, I'm supposed to wear a mask, which of course I do. I wouldn't say otherwise. So it's not entirely clear in my head that from a business point of view, things can be running as smoothly as they could be if we've still got like the World Health Organization saying the pandemic still exists. Then business is going to be tough to be getting right. And really, Brexit hasn't had a start to get going. But what happened on GBNEWS when this protester popped up? Let's take a quick look. On GBNEWS, I'm not sure who this presenter is here, but it's Tom Harwood that he hands over to. Let's have a quick listen.
Joining us now from Westminster, our political correspondent, Tom Harwood. And Tom, we know it's definitely not Jacob Rees-Mogg, because we asked him earlier when he came on the programme, and a bit like Lord Haig saying, no, thank you very much.
Yes, it doesn't seem the most efficient way to sort of find out who will be the final choice of the Prime Minister for the chairmanship of the Conservative Party, to go through these individuals one by one, asking them. Right. I'm sure that we can do probably a better job by looking at the likelihood of people to take on the job. Many people, of course, see it as a bit of a poisoned chalice heading in.
Yeah, we'll apologise there for the words that appeared on your screen with that particular protester.
That is exactly what has to happen, because you need to, as soon as you start bringing foul language into the game, your protest is going to be taken off air, and that's how it is. So if you really want to protest about something, try and keep your potty mouth to itself, because not COVID, Ofsted don't like it if you have to demonstrate that you've done your level best to get off the air as soon as you can. As soon as something like that happens, and obviously just make those apologies, because we're not a baseless society quite yet, where we wander around putting signage like that everywhere. So they had to cut away, and but the chap who did it, Steve Bray, then tweeted out his footage of the same thing, so he can get his little message out. And it's quite interesting seeing this, having seen the live footage. Here it is.
Choice of the Prime Minister for the chairmanship of the Conservative Party, to go through these individuals one by one, asking them. I'm sure that we can do probably a better job by looking at the likelihood of people to take on the job. Many people, of course, see it as a bit of a poisoned chalice heading in to those. That
light's not bright enough.
In May, where the
building behind will be all burnt out in the sunlight. Sun gun, whatever it's called. Oh dear, it's not good. Poor Tom. They've gone all they've gone all the way down there to do this, and he's just spoilt it. She's had to carry that, and they've gone all the way, and the protesters ruined it. I like how they've been so professional by not talking to him. not saying a thing to him, just ignoring him.
Yeah, no worries.
Really professional.
Sure.
That's a quick one, Tom.
No, they cut away because you're here.
No, third anniversary of Brexit. Thought you'd all be celebrating.
I know. Well, the hit was actually about the chairmanship of the Tory party, but you know.
Oh, well, they're all crooks anyway.
Of course they are.
Cheers, Tom.
If you want to know facts about how people are in political parties, speak to Steve Bray. He's the one who knows everything about everything. So that is what happened. And I got to say, hands down, I know that the team at GBNEWS have just had Ofcom training, but that is absolutely what you do. Ignore him. He's kind of dumb anyway, because he should know that if he's going to put swear words on his signs, they're going to be taken off air, or they're going to be blurred. So his message gets lost. If they weren't, then they'd probably just leave them. So it's a bit of a rubbish skill he has. He lacks skill in protesting, but I do admire his endurance. And he sort of wanders off there. If I just keep playing it, I can show you, I think. Just a little bit more. He wanders off to the next film crew over there. Poor sods. So, there you go. That's Steve Bray. So, just interesting. Let's hope that Brexit is going to be good. Now, hopefully we can get things moving, that COVID's over. And if it if anything, it has to be made a success, just so that Steve Bray's not on our TVs anymore. Although credit to him, makes me proud to be British when I see people like that protesting.